Welcome back to the channel. We got a brand new video for you guys, and so we are in the dark, man. We got a beautiful stripper lights on, and we're gonna be talking about a crazy video from Lil Ista. And this video is called "Where Are Rap Groupies Today?" Yes, this is gonna be an amazing video. Amazing video. Let's get into this video, baby. Oh, but first, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want more. Links are in the description. Now we can get into the video. Get your popcorn ready. Get your, get whatever you need, man. Double Cook boys are in the building, as always.
It's a well-known cliche in the entertainment industry that when you get the power that comes with fame, the next things to follow are money and women. It's nothing new. In fact, rock and roll was built on this concept, with stars of the past gaining a reputation for being hell-raising womanizers. But while legendary rock stars were known for their wild escapades and thousands of flings, rappers haven't exactly been left out of that conversation either. If anything, the idea of MCs living a life of love and lust is as much of a part of hip-hop as it was in rock, if not more. Back in the day, the rap icons of the past were running rampant across the world and fully embraced that women were drawn to them, leading to some of the most craziest stories of debauchery we've ever heard.
And we had Wu-Tang. Everyone's all excited, and a girl he works with is like, I'm gonna get on that bus. I'm gonna f one of those guys.
Damn.
And he's like,
the odds are good. I mean, there's like 18 of them.
Yeah. He's like, are you sure you want to do it?
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan was huge back then.
He's like, all right. And she goes on, comes off, and she blew, like, the crew. She blew the entire, basically she blew the Wu-Tang Clan.
Hey.
No way. The entire Wu-Tang Clan? It's about 30 of them niggas. That's a legend, bro. She a legend, bro. That is a true legend right there.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. Guys could be in relationships, you have no idea.
And these tales aren't just some made-up rumors. The stars of the 90s themselves are more than happy to tell you exactly what went down.
When we first started, I had my time, man. I didn't make no fucking lies about that. Now these days, I got wifey and shit, so all that stuff is putting brakes. If you've had some success, and you're still out there doing your thing, yeah, there's gonna be opportunities all day, you know what I mean? Because there's just that group of girls that want to be attached to this particular dude, like a trophy.
According to some people, it even basically became a sport for certain rappers like Eazy-E, whose womanizing ways ultimately led to his downfall.
They said that Eazy would give like girls, groupies, like fake record deals.
That's crazy.
Just so he could get them to bed.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
I don't think they ever were like real contracts for aspiring girls. Okay. They were gonna be stars.
Eazy was a player. Yeah, he was a player. God bless him, man.
And today, women obsessed with rap culture are just as crazy as they ever been, blatantly showing rappers how thirsty they are, with some artists proudly putting it all on display.
You're my number.
Why?
Because I want you dead. I'll suck it so fucking good.
What?
I'll suck it till you fucking come. I'll fight for that fucking.
But while this might simply be a part of the culture,
it's gotta be a great feeling just to hear a girl say something like that to you. And it's gotta be even greater feeling to know that I can go fuck with her, but I really don't even wanna. That's just gotta be a great feeling, man. It does. I mean, it really does.
Something's gone wrong. These women are so prolific that they're actually famous for very little, other than being known for spending so much time in the beds of rappers. Because once they have a platform, they can make a living from telling their exploits, and somehow still wind up enticing artists with their reputations for fulfilling every man's fantasy. And today, more people are getting a bag off this than ever before. It's your boy Lil Ista, and this is why hip-hop has a problem. And while you may think that this epidemic began in modern times, older hip-hop heads will know that this has a precedent in the 90s, where one infamous individual made a hit up with rappers. The name Corinne Steffens is probably not
the best. She's the best at it.
But you may know her often referenced nickname that cropped up in plenty of rap lyrics, better known as Superhead, even if she has apparently objected to the nickname since the start of her career.
And I want y'all to give a round of applause for Corinne Steffens, aka Superhead. Here's here on the program.
Wait a minute. Can I not get the AKA? It's too early.
That doesn't apply no more.
It's never applied to me. I've never used that.
Never.
I've never, ever in my life used that. That was such a bad joke. I wish we never started that joke because you know how like jokes run? You ever running?
Baby, you better embrace that D-sucking that you be doing, girl. Like, you better embrace it. What's wrong with you? That's your talent, and it's an amazing one. Lord gave you a gift, and you better embrace it. You better claim that gift. Back to the video.
I thought you was cool with this.
No! I've never introduced myself. I've never been cool with that.
For those not up to speed, let me explain that she basically laid the blueprint for the women you see today. Over the course of her career, she was said to be acquainted with the likes
at least in the rap industry.
Dr. Dre, Exhibit, Snoop Dogg, Bow Wow, Kanye West, Tony Yayo, Dame Dash, Young Bird,
she with everybody.
And a whole lot more. When asked about how this happened, she outlined her mindset and explained how she ended up in relationships with so many different rappers.
What is it about you and entertainers?
I like creatives.
Okay.
I like creatives. I'm always drawn to people who create things because I create things. And I am inspired by people who create things. I love when the men in my life, because they help me create. So if I want to be inspired, sometimes if I'm having a hard time writing something, I'll go to the studio and hang out with my friends and watch them make music, and I'll start writing.
But it's fair to say that people aren't buying her use of the word creatives. So is she drawn to interior decorators, artist directors, or architects? Get the fuck out. She's drawn to people with money.
Right.
I'd respect her more if she just admitted it. Nah, probably not. While she may be named in rap songs, Corinne actually managed to monetize her hustle, as she wrote a series of books entitled Confessions of a Video Vixen, which is a model or actress who appears in music videos, especially hip-hop and R&B, and is often styled to look very attractive, seductive, or glamorous. And that was just the start. Later in her book, Corinne Steffens even dishes out wild stories of encounters that she had with the Diddler, Usher, and even NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, who, according to her, she met through a blind date.
I opened the door and it's Shaquille O'Neal. That's how my life works.
What happens when Shaquille walks in?
He said, the furniture is too small. Tomorrow we're gonna wire some money into your account. You'll get a big screen TV, you'll get some bigger furniture.
At that point, are you thinking, I'm gonna have to do something to get this sofa?
No, he said to me, you're my woman now, there you go. $10,000, you're my woman.
Naturally, she's a controversial figure in plenty of ways.
Shaq was
even
crazy.
when compared to other women who've been close to the hip-hop scene. People even objected to her describing herself as a video vixen, prompting outrage from women like Melissa Ford of the Joe Budden podcast, who are better known for appearing in the visuals for rappers as tracks than she was.
Man.
She's one of the first video vixens.
Name a video that you know of her in.
Mystical.
I know one, but you made a music video.
That's what I'm saying. I can name a lot of videos.
Y'all please stop stepping on Mel's hate right now.
But it's not just rappers from the 90s that she found her way into the bedrooms of. During her illustrious run, she found herself carving out a unique relationship with Lil Wayne.
What's your relationship with Wayne?
Currently, we're good. Like, that's my friend. You know, I consider him a friend for life. Love him always.
But what's crazy is that rather than say she was simply a girl he messed around with, Corinne maintained that she was basically his muse and vice versa.
As an artist, as someone who has to create something out of nothing, it's important that we pair ourselves with the right people. When I was with Wayne, I wrote my best stuff. You know, I felt like when he was with me, he wrote his best stuff. When he was trying to figure out his new style, that singing thing that he started doing, he was with me on the bus, singing into a remote control. Like, how does this sound? When he was starting to learn to play guitar, he was with me. I feel like certain
Yeah, but hold on. Did you stick around when that actually happened? Because if so, we might have to change this conversation. Because if you were on the bus when he wrote Prom Queen, someone needs to escort her out of the building.
Rosenberg is right, because
Prom Queen was kind of trash. I ain't gonna lie, but it was, you know, we can't get mad because it was Lil Wayne's first like little experiment with the little whole new sound and shit. But it's still a classic in my book. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like one of the first rappers to start doing all that auto-tune bullshit. Besides T-Pain.
Rebirth of all projects is probably not as big of a flex as Corinne thought it was. However, this wasn't the only Mr. Carter in the rap game that she apparently had a little hookup with. Because according to...
Alright, but that's my song. I actually like Prom Queen, but it was kind of kind of bad, but yeah.
Her. After getting a role in the Hype Williams directed video to Jay-Z and Memphis Bleek's Hey Poppy, Corinne said that she had a thing with Hove, which she detailed in her book, stating that she was chauffeured away from the set, down the winding road, and closer to the shoreline. Jay and I feasted on our attraction for each other, rapidly and quickly. After just a few minutes, I lifted my head from his lap, wiped my lips, and knew we'd made a mistake. Now, you would think that considering she was so notorious across the scene, that these MCs wouldn't want to go anywhere near her, especially if they knew there was a chance they would end up in one of her tell-all books. But Ja Rule, who was featured in many
especially if they knew they could have got a transmitted sexual disease from her ass.
Why do you think men continue to get involved with Corinne?
This nigga's like playing with fire, man. It's like little kids. Listen, that right there, hot. Don't touch this hot. The little kid, what he do? Burn his motherfucking hand up. It's the same shit. Motherfuckers like playing with fire, man.
I mean, Lil Wayne seems to have had some sort of ongoing type of thing.
I don't get it, man. And she's old as shit now.
And when you think about it, that's a lesson that rappers clearly are not learning. As while most of the girls they're dealing with today wouldn't know how to open a book, let alone write one, they can certainly get in front of a podcast mic and tell stories. As for Corinne, the constant demand for more content meant that she eventually struggled to keep up, particularly as she got older and her lifestyle changed.
If we're both having sex at the same time, why am I the one being used? Why can't it be that he's being used? Seeing a woman play a man's game and win at it was very disturbing to me. Publishers did not want me to stop, so they kept asking me to write the same book over and over again. I started a persona that nobody wanted me to finish. Yeah. She had to keep going. By the time I got to my mid-30s, I was like, guys, I've grown and my son is getting older and I can't continue to write this way. So there was a time where the persona and the person went through a little war. The person was growing and the person was learning and the person was evolving, but the persona can't.
Despite the fact that she was best known for being with rappers, Corinne kept saying that it wasn't her being used, but them. And whenever possible, she stood her ground. Such as the time when the former video vixen reflected on her appearance on the Tyra Banks show back in 2005, where she felt unfairly judged for being open about her past.
People expect me to be ashamed. And all my life, I've been expected to be ashamed of who I am. And I'm not. And I think that it bothers a lot of people that I'm not ashamed.
Amazingly, she still kept getting the bag from essentially getting bagged, something she even admitted to on an Instagram post where she said, "This book has been taught in at least 10 universities in their women/gender and hip hop studies. I owe my lecture and teaching career to this book." For Corinne, she had a good sense to turn her promiscuous past into something profitable. But it's not fair to say that all of those who followed her lead did the same. Just take a look at someone like Kat Stacks.
Remember Kat Stacks?
Original internet rap groupie. From the outset, her life was on a dangerous path, including a traumatic childhood of trafficking that led her to getting the words bottom bitch tattooed on her at the age of 16.
So who was actually the first artist that you slept with? How did you get into sleeping with artists?
I've been working in strip clubs since I was 10 years old.
Damn!
The first person I met in Miami was actually T-Pain. Because he used to always go to Tootsie's. Then he bought this club called Encore, and I met him there because I was a dancer there. So then after that, I started meeting up everybody.
If you're unfamiliar with her hustle, it basically revolved around her exposing the rappers she slept with, including Lil Wayne, Nelly, Bow Wow, Soulja Boy, and many others. And although she never gave an exact number, Kat, who's of Venezuelan descent, did reveal how she decided which rappers to expose and why their names ended up going public.
Do you have like a list of the number of artists that you've been with?
I've been with a lot of artists. I just haven't exposed everybody because they still keep a good relationship with me. And like, the ones I put out there is people that's cut off, done me wrong, and ain't mean nothing to me.
While she often had smoke for these individuals, she has clearly extracted a lot of joy from it. During a reflective interview with No Jumper, she said that her time with Bow Wow gave her a feeling of self-worth, but ultimately ended when she got clingy.
Who was the first rapper that you started to like date in the game?
Bow Wow.
Bow Wow. How'd you get in touch with him?
He followed me on Twitter, and he lived 2 minutes away from me.
And you were like, I'm coming through.
He said to come, gave me his address. Just went there.
What was fucking with like an actual celebrity rapper like in that situation, as opposed to like, you know, I don't know what other kind of guys you would have been dating, but you're dating this pimp and he's out and he's driving around neighborhoods in Miami and picking up 14-year-old girls and turning them into hookers.
Damn.
I'm just assuming that Bow
What?
Wow's probably living a very different lifestyle. Did that occur to you? Did it seem like you were kind of, oh, I'm in this different lane. I'm dealing with actual people with money.
It made me feel beautiful.
How often do you like keep hanging out with him, or was that kind of just like a once?
Maybe like twice a month.
Okay.
But then I started being clingy.
And he wasn't into that.
If any platform made Kat a star, it was World Star, where her videos of exposing MCs often went live. As a result, she often got actively attacked by rappers and their entourages for exposing them, including getting smacked around by Lil Twist's aunt and her friends.
I was at Club Miami in Atlanta. I went home with Young LA and Jay Futuristic. Slept over, whatever, the next day. We hit up the studio and shit. And Maggie had 5 G's on me, whoever the found me. And this called him up talking about, because his dumbass put on Twitter that was going to use for me, whatever. So Mazzy and then pull up in the studio with Lil Twist on and his 2 little 3 hippo hoes. And
What?
touched me and shit, was talking about it and whatnot. But they really got tired of me. It made me lie on camera and say that I apologize and I lied on all the like they really put their hands on me though.
But over time, Kat's infamy died down. While her life was already full of hardship, things got even worse when she got caught up in a deportation battle, landing her in custody multiple times along the way. Long after her
Deportation battle,
Kat had
damn.
time to reflect on her reputation and appears to have found some meaning in it.
How do you feel about the fact that your name holds such weight in that regard, that there's so many people that kind of look back in awe of that era that you put your stamp on in hip-hop history?
I guess it feels good to be kind of remembered after you die. No, so when you die, people still kind of remember me.
And now, rather than feeling spiteful towards her or judging her, most people just want her to find some harmony. Kat has literally been thrown through the mud. Her soul is hurt. I hope she finds peace. For people like Kat, the rap life chewed her up and spat her out.
Right.
But for others, they managed to harness their infamy and use it to their advantage to become a household name. If you've been around hip-hop for any length of time, I can bet you've heard of the name Amber Rose.
Yep.
Back in the day, she was a model whose signature shaved head look proved to be her unique selling point and gained her tons of admirers. Among them was none other than Kanye West, who became obsessed
She
with
did
her
it
after
Kanye,
she
she did it
started
21
Put
Savage.
It On with Jeezy. Before long, the two were a couple, but she denied every allegation that promoted the idea that she was out here looking for a rapper baby daddy, and that her relationship with Ye happened completely naturally.
When you go on the shoot, you're like, I'm keeping it professional.
Yes.
Is that the goal of some women, like go on these sets and maybe try to get with the guy that's...
I'm sure women do that. That's personally not me. It's crazy because he flew me out to do RoboCop video because he was like, you look like a robot. I think this would be cool.
Right.
And I said, absolutely. You're Kanye West. Of course, I'll come out and shoot the video. I go to LA. We're like hanging out that night. I meet him and he's on another video set. And I'm like, okay, so what time should I be ready tomorrow morning? Is the car gonna, so I'm so used to like these.
You keeping it professional?
The other videos I've done before that. And he's like, nah, just chill. We're gonna figure it out. I'll just, So I'm like, okay. So then a day goes by, then another day goes by. We're going out to dinners.
Uh-oh.
We're going.
You doing everything but shooting a video.
Shooting a video.
The pair ultimately dated for 2 years, with
He
Amber
liked you.
by his side for some of the most controversial moments of his entire time in the limelight. Well, at least until all the stuff that Bianca has had to put up with. But since then, things have taken unnecessary.
See, this is old Kanye right here.
Dissed her in a way
This is when Kanye was good and making good music.
Nobody really knows my side of the story. No one knows what I've been through when Kanye made his album and he talked reckless about me on his album. And then, I have people throwing things at me in the street because they're fans of Kanye's.
Take your time.
I'm just crying because I don't deserve to be bullied like that. I'm a nice girl. I don't bother anybody and I keep my mouth shut because I don't want any trouble. But to be bullied through music and through stuff like that, it's not fair to me. I don't deserve that. He was an a-hole and he was mean to me and he didn't treat me the way he was supposed to. I accepted his apology because I feel like he's remorseful for how he treated me.
Yes.
I'm just gonna keep it moving. I mean, it was a nice gesture.
Do you think he wants you back?
I don't care.
As Ye moved on to Kim Kardashian, he continued to go out of his way to demean Amber at a moment's notice. For instance, during his appearance on The Breakfast Club, he claimed that he literally had to be cleansed from Amber Rose's energy before he could get with Kim.
By the way, it's like it's very hard for a woman to, want to be with someone that's with Amber Rose. So she wasn't sending nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to take 30 showers before I got with Kim, you know. I'm sorry. Please wait.
And clearly, that was the last straw for her, because not long after, she began airing out some of her private preferences, including this infamous tweet about Kanye saying he likes his salad tossed.
What? Kanye, you didn't tell us that, baby. You like your salad toast? That's tough.
Shut down rumors linking her to multiple men in the industry, such as Fabulous, Drake, Chris Brown, LeBron James, and more. But there was one rapper who ended up playing a way more meaningful role in her life than Ye ever did, and that was Wiz Khalifa. After Wiz was asked in an interview what girl—
Yeah, don't they got babies together? I forgot she got babies with him. Yeah, they do got babies. Yeah. Who's she with now? Because I don't think she with Wiz anymore.
could choose any in the world, he specifically named Amber Rose as the one. Soon after, Amber reached out, and it didn't take long for their connection to blossom into a full-blown romance, with the two quickly becoming inseparable, which meant that
a couple too.
that Ye made to get back with her were soon irrelevant. And in her opinion, being with Wiz basically renewed her faith in men.
I want to be with Wiz for the rest of my life. Like
Are you married?
We're not married.
You're not married? Do you believe in marriage?
I never did until I met Wiz.
With Wiz by her side, Amber felt empowered enough to withstand Ye's constant jabs. And together, they even welcomed a son by the name of Sebastian. But in 2014, everything came crashing down when she caught Wiz cheating in their own bed. Amber made it clear on Twitter that she had stayed faithful, and while the breakup hurt them both, they managed to put their son first and maintained a healthy co-parenting relationship.
How do you feel about co-parenting?
I love co-parenting, man. His mom is amazing, Amber. I love her. She's a good friend, a great partner, probably like the best ex ever, yo. Like we talk, we go through difficult situations together, we make it out of that together. Mm-hmm. So we have a really, really strong relationship, and we're on the same page when it comes to raising him.
After the two previous experiences, you'd imagine that she'd sworn off rappers, but she still wound up dating MGK and 21 Savage,
21 Savage,
whom she dated for 2 years, and dropped some explicit details about her infatuation with him. And for that, she even got saluted by the likes of Charlemagne for being so unapologetically herself.
Amber Rose says she likes to smell 21 Savage's underwear. Here is what she had to say.
I've sniffed his underwear, like where his balls are. Mm-hmm. Like it smells so good. Oh but it has that like the smell of like that pubic hair just like walking around throughout the
I did not want to know what 21 Savage's balls smell like. That's nasty to me.
Day and whoo.
That's real. Drop on the clues bombs for Amber Rose for consistently showing us at the end of the day she's just a dirty foot Philly chick. God bless Amber Rose. Amber don't give a damn. You hear me? Salute to you, Amber. And I do the same.
I don't want you do what?
Sniff my wife's panties?
Me too, yeah.
For a little while, the pair were inseparable, and she even brought him along during her slut walk movement, causing him to get relentlessly trolled for photos like this, where he had a sign saying, "I'm a hoe too." After the she moved outside of rappers in terms of the dating pool, instead having her second child with Alex A.E. Edwards, who is actually a Def Jam executive, but they would eventually split too, leaving her to seemingly leave love behind. As now, she's dedicating her time to the MAGA life instead. And more recently, she tapped back into the fame and notoriety she got from the hip-hop world, heading out with Natalie Nunn to film Baddies Africa. For the most part, Amber has expanded beyond the life she once lived, and is now channeling her time and energy elsewhere. And for Ruby Rose, she tried the same transition, going from frequent arm candy of an MC to a rapper in her own right. Born and raised in Kentucky, Ruby Rose began making a name for herself on social media before getting the call to star in Migos' Bad and Bougie music video. Reportedly, she had similar calls before, but she turned them down to make sure that she was given a starring role, and it's fair to say that she made it count. From that moment on, she became one of the most sought-after women in hip-hop. And by the sound of it, she was happy to oblige as she went on a spree of dating artists. So much so that DJ Vlad sat her down during their interview and proceeded to cook her about exactly who she hooked up with and what caused lies and rumors to spread.
Well, because there are rumors about you and various famous men. I'm going to name a few.
Okay, I'll tell you which one.
You could react.
Okay.
Cam Newton.
That one was weird. No, never. I've never even met him.
Travis Scott.
When I was younger.
Oh wait, actually I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this game. I shouldn't do
Shout out to Travis Scott, one of the monsters out there in music right now. Soulja Boy.
Fudge, no. I think we DM'd as friends, but like nothing like freaky or crazy.
Lil Yachty.
We're friends.
21 Savage.
When I was younger. Oh wait, how many more are left?
No, that's it.
Okay, cool.
However, 21 and Travis weren't the only prominent artists who she was with in the past. For a little while,
she was Drewski too.
Engaged in a volatile relationship with Playboy Cardi, one which she spoke openly about in interviews that he'd rather didn't see the light of day.
The only interaction I've had at all with a Playboy Cardi was when we put out the Ruby Rose interview. You guys got into an argument and he pulled out his gun and...
Oh, I don't want to get into the...
Well, he allegedly shot off his gun.
A gun did get, yeah.
A
but
gun
I mean,
went off.
That's what we do.
And you didn't get hit.
I did not. I'm here.
So we got the cease and desist from his lawyers, and we're like, y'all go f yourself with this.
Once that elapsed, she found herself dating none other than DDG. And from the outset, that relationship seemed to be similarly chaotic, defined by no shortage of cheating rumors and crazy moments. Such as this one recalled by Zayas, where Ruby basically broke into his house after DDG flew out a girl to come see him. In the aftermath, Ruby Rose broke one of DDD's chains that was worth thousands of dollars.
So we just in the living room playing the video game. Then out of nowhere, bro, boom, 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 boom. We like, what's going on? Like, you know, boom. RR, stomp in. They wasn't on speaking terms, so like, she had came unannounced. She don't say nothing. She goes straight upstairs. DDG look at us like, we like, she come downstairs with some flight tickets. Just for context, I guess DDG had flew some, flew yeah or whatever, and put the thing in the trash. So she would dig through his trash and found it. So she come downstairs mad. She grabbed this big ass chain, bro. Bro, and threw that across the living room. I looked at DDG eyes, bro. Then pupils was dilated, bro.
However, even after all of that, they still managed to make up afterwards.
So we calmed them down. Everybody was cool, everybody chilling. And we turned into therapists, bro. And they was talking shit. She was popping her shit, he was popping his shit, yeah. They was like, it's like they was having a who can put who down battle. Yeah, these niggas they talking to us like, but he did this, she did that. They ended up making up, bro.
Then, when things went wrong between them, DDG spoke about the extent of her love on a track where he looked to shame her for being promiscuous in the past.
And then she said something about you, like, said, oh, like my next guy's gonna be taller or something. Then you said, my next girl's not gonna have 60 bodies. Were you serious about the 60 bodies thing, or were you just talking shit?
No, it was just a little back and forth shit, regular shit.
Amid all of this personal drama, Ruby has kept it pushing, beginning a career as a rapper which has led to collaborations with high-profile stars. At the same time, she has acknowledged how lusted after she is by locking in on OnlyFans. Recently, she made headlines after it was reported that her #1 fan has paid her $62,000 in 1 year. But all of this fame and fortune has come at a price for Ruby.
That's one hell of a fucking fan. $62,000 in 1 year? Are you crazy? Damn, I need fans like that. Damn. I love me $62,000 right now. No, you know what all you can do with $62,000? You ain't gonna be living comfortably, but you can buy you a couple things. A couple nice things at that. Anyway, get back to it.
In interviews, she has spoken up about struggles with her love life due to her notoriety.
So how does a girl like you go on dates and cultivate a relationship? You said you want to get married. Can these things happen given the insane lifestyle that you're living?
I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard to date. Like I was just telling my friends, like going to cause going to a nigga's house is like, it's just already too intimate. But then like going like to like the movies or going to eat, like people will take a picture and then assume that y'all are with each other. So it's just like
tough.
It's a little tough.
But while her relationships with rappers and even comedians have failed, she still maintains that she draws the line at white dudes.
I have never and will never touch pink dick. I love all races though. Is that racist against pink?
No, it's not. And actually I have a confession. My first kiss was a man of Caucasian descent. And I gave him a hand job and he was white. But since then, I have never done that.
But while Ruby has yet to find another partner, the same cannot be said for Brittany Renner. A high-profile influencer and fitness model, Brittany made a name for herself on social media as a sought-after woman, one who has led men like Kodak Black to actively lust after her in full view of cameras.
I like to drink what I like to drink, and you can give me what I like to drink.
You gonna drink me, so you drinking yak?
You want me to drink you.
You gonna be drinking yak anyway.
You want me to drink you.
I drink you.
I know you drink me, but I don't drink yak.
Bro, crazy.
Anyways, Brittany Renner, Kodak Black. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Over the years, she has assembled an extensive roster of rappers and basketball players, the size of which had even a freak like Shannon Sharp panting.
Because my dating pool is impressive, expansive, I've had sex with 35 guys. Okay?
Oh, shit. Okay. Woo. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Shannon.
Impressive.
Oh, man.
Isn't the word.
Particularly after she revealed 3 of them occurred in one day.
There was a video that I did in my car where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day?
Yes.
And then I ended up getting a yeast
Yeast
infection.
infection, yes.
I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection.
Although not confirmed.
But, baby, why you want to play with your life like that, man? You don't know what these dudes got. I'm scared to do that. That's like falling off the deep end. Man, you just don't know, bro. And these diseases, they get passed around super fast. They get passed around like a cold. Like that. It's just too much. And you don't want to catch that one that you can't get rid of.
There are rumors that she had a thing with none other than the sex god Drake, as they were spotted out together plenty of times.
She's pretty though. She's really pretty.
One rapper we know for a fact that she was embroiled in a
They all
relationship
pretty.
with was none other than Lil Uzi Vert. Sadly, the bond did not last, with Renner insisting it wasn't all that serious.
I mean, you've spent time with the GOAT,
Who's the goat?
Who is the goat?
Lil Uzi.
Oh my God.
She doesn't even call him Lil Uzi. She calls him by his
Samir.
real- Yeah.
You were never in love with Lil Uzi?
Of course I love him. He's cute. He's fun. He's nice. Like, I mean, what's not to love about
Not
Uzi?
that kind of love. We all love him that way.
I haven't been in love in years, so I haven't met that guy.
Once on the rebound, she dipped back into the pool of professional athletes and wound up having a kid with basketball star PJ Washington, leading to a chaotic relationship that Britney admitted to acting out with during interviews.
I will air this bitch the fuck out. Delete the fucking tweet. You are a fucking psycho fucking path liar hypocrite.
Damn.
Fucking tweet. I will fucking drag you, bitch.
I don't recognize that woman in the voice text. I don't recognize.
That's crazy.
Since then, Britney continued to make her living from social media, and it resulted in plenty of ridiculous moments, including one very strange encounter with Charleston White.
I think I remember this one.
Online persona, a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Whereas Miss Renner doesn't have the same luxury. She is who she is.
I remember this. Yeah.
We're gonna try to do this. We're gonna try to. Ladies and gentlemen, we in Miami right now. I need some music, baby. Can I get some motherfucking music?
Although she's never formally said it, this seemed to be her rock bottom. As soon, Britney was about to repent her old ways. Cause while she's still dating rappers, things have taken an abrupt U-turn. These days, Britney is dating Kevin Gates, a satiation which they seem to manifest when you consider the flirty videos that surfaced when they were younger.
Kevin, what the fuck is that on your head?
Hi. Wow. How you feeling?
Amazing. Hey, thank you. Hey, this I don't care if you get this on camera. I just want to say thank you for being an amazing person, always living in your truth. You inspire others silently. They probably don't want to admit it, but you know, you inspire me. Thank you so much.
Since then, she's converted to Islam and is now living a normal, idyllic life with Kevin.
Here, make this left right here, baby. Very wholesome. Oh my God, grocery shopping. I love this for us. You know, we just doing wholesome.
Kevin crazy.
Wholesome, regular activity.
However, this hasn't come without its issues, because as it turns out, making money has proven to be difficult, especially when she's best for being known as an IG thought.
First of all, Allahu Akbar. I've gone through a lot of changes internally, and as a result, my outer world has completely crumbled. If I have no idea where I'm going to live or how I'm going to provide for my son, the facade is fading, alhamdulillah. And I'm at a place where I don't want anything that doesn't have my name on it. Take it away.
And when she took it to IG, it's fair to say that she received little to no sympathy. $5K a month child support. You crying to the wrong tax bracket, girl. Bye.
Damn.
UPS is hiring. For Renner, it seems like there's a...
Hey, if it comes down to that point where you gotta work that UPS, my baby, you gonna have to do what you gotta do. Get that money, baby. Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm doing. I work 3 jobs. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Fake it till you make it.
Path of redemption that she's intent on going on. But some people seem beyond salvation, and if there's a prime example of that, it's Selena Powell. Today, she's a prominent online figure, but back then, she gained prominence when
I've heard of her too.
From Offset without caring who got hurt in the process.
I think I remember this.
Okay, you made up with him.
Yeah.
Isn't it it's kind of amazing that you weren't the one to call him out and get his whole relationship fucked up?
You know, Cardi, like, she messaged me and shit. You know that, right? You know, I had
What'd she say?
CEO or whatever of Atlantic Records calling me, telling me I need to delete that shit. I had lawyers reach out to me telling me I need to chill out. I've had
Why didn't you just actually listen to
Rel
him?
money, because I didn't feel like it. Anyway, I didn't tell everybody I was faking the pregnancy because I didn't want to ruin Academics' credibility.
After that initial run of infamy, she unveiled a whole host of tales, including various times which involved married men.
I fucked with Fetty Wap and Waka Flocka.
And you with Waka Flocka while he was with Tammy?
Yes.
And you had a conversation with Tammy?
Yes.
And gave her the
told
receipt?
Yeah, I gave her the receipts and everything. And I didn't know celebrities like f you and like don't talk to you after.
How long did you and Offset fuck around though?
That was it.
That was it?
Girl, that was it. He hated me.
It was Snoop Dogg in the video, and he was snorting lines off of your chest.
I FaceTimed him. He answered with his full face on the camera.
Sorry, I'm not getting ready.
Now, he
Yeah.
was
What?
married at the
What? Hold on. Do you have a coke out on his head?
On the camera.
Sorry, I'm not getting ready.
Look at his head. Bro, what? That's crazy.
Now, he was very married at the time.
I found out he was married when he flew me out for the BET Awards, and on stage he's thanking his wife. I'm like,
She acts as if that
You
wouldn't
didn't know he was married? He's been married for years.
only required a Google search to find out. Along the way, she also had plenty of praise for Young Thug.
I remember good dick. That's why I could tell you my good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Young Thug, #1.
And as much as she had kind things to say about Thugger, she also had a similar level of shade for Academics, who she claims was essentially a simp for her.
Now, Academics.
Damn.
I seen him like
Academics, your ass is going outside, my baby. Everybody call you a simp, bro. I mean, but I fuck with Academics, man. He always be bringing the content. But everybody say the same thing about bro. He a simp ass boy, man. That's crazy.
in a tape.
And you got the bitches saying, you got the huz saying you a simp.
His kind of small, and he had to stay close.
Kinda. It's so small, babe. Literally the small.
What? I don't want to know that, but that's crazy. That's crazy. She's airing this shit out.
Together, because y'all was like in a relationship.
Bro, he's gonna deny being with me, but like that man would literally have a fucking heart attack if he ever saw me with anybody else. He would always call me, always text me, like always making sure I'm good. He's told me he loved me. He's in love with me. Like I've slept with him like overnight. We've cried together.
Fired right now, like
babe, like.
Eric, you got the huz out here talking about you like this, baby. Not the huz. That's tough.
We've cried together, like.
Their time together was chaotic to say the least, even leading to the infamous tale of when Tekashi 6ix9ine blatantly cucked Ak, borrowing Selena in the same way that you would ask your homie for a lighter.
You never spent 6ix9ine either?
No, I fucked the shit out of him.
Damn.
How was that?
Actually, I fucked him in Brenna Bay.
Hold on, Eric. You going outside, my boy.
What?
I fucked him in Brenna Bay.
So, you mean to tell me Selena Powell is your girl, right? At the time. And I don't know when she fucked 6ix9ine, but you don't tell me you knew that she fucked 6ix9ine before you got with her. And don't tell me you knew that she fucked 6ix9ine after you been with her. Like, that's crazy, bro. Academics is going out bad, bro. She's going crazy.
Wait, so is this like
details about Academics?
Watching that?
Not in like literally in front. Like 6ix9ine was going through my phone and he saw a video of me sucking dick and he was like, yo, I need this. He was like, AK, get out.
And what accent?
AK looked at me and he was like, I was like.
Over the years, Selena's antics have garnered her disgust of basically anyone who encounters them online, with some viewing her as an indictment of an entire generation of women. This woman really thinks she's about something, proud in fact. I can't believe she's sitting there talking about this like she's so proud of herself.
Hey, let her be proud of herself. That's what she known for. Why the hell she can't be proud for being a hoe? All you other females out there act like hoes every damn day. proud of it. Let her be proud of it, man. And then y'all want to get in there to me. I can't believe she's acting like this. I can't believe she's proud of being a hoe. She a hoe. Eh? What's wrong with that?
Absolutely sickening. Yet, much as rappers still flocked to Superhead back in the day, there are still artists willing to subject themselves to the potential danger of getting trapped with Selena for life. And at the moment, she's got YBN Namir in the crosshairs, and he's seemingly got her pregnant. To no one's surprise, this has been a source of infinite clowning. I ain't think bro could do worse than Soul Train. Having a child with everybody's former side chick is crazy.
Bro, no fucking way.
Clowning. I ain't think bro could.
I ain't think bro could do any worse than Soul Train. It's the funniest fucking comment I've ever heard, bro. He called her Soul Train, bro. No fucking way. Bro, getting called Soul Train is crazy. Oh my god. Oh man. That's funny as fuck, bro.
Do worse than Soul Train. Having a child with
everybody's former side chick is crazy. That is egregious, my boy. And they love they love to flock to these hoes too. It's cool to fuck them every now and then, but me personally, I wouldn't even fuck with them. They probably fuck up my vibration, and I just don't. I think that's nasty to me. But I mean, these dudes, they like it, man. They love it, man. They love fucking with everybody, bitch. Fucking with everybody's hoe. Fucking on everybody baby mama and shit. It's weird. I don't get it.
Everybody's
find somebody who is pure.
Bro unlocked a new level of rock bottom. And clearly, it's not a situation.
He got a Soul Train though.
Look at how he reacted when he found out about her past with a prominent adult star who is known to have herpes.
Who had 50 dicks in their mouth? The girl you was kissing on Instagram. The girl I was kissing on Instagram. I just want to know if she really stuck that Gucci third leg nigga shit, because if she
what?
Boy, after
that's what they call them, Gucci third leg? No way.
About Gucci third leg. Nah, I'm on live. You ain't never say that. You ain't never say that, bro. You ain't never say that. Don't scare me like that. What? So I'm fourth leg? Oh.
That's nasty as fuck, bro. Bro, you might have herpes or rabies.
Although they think it's fun at the time, getting into situations like this is ultimately enough to tarnish a rapper's reputation. And beyond that, it also created an entire hustle for people who haven't really done enough to merit the notoriety they have. So how about we just stop making dumb people famous? Seriously, it's an epidemic at this point. Streamers and
oh man, what a great video. That video was funny, especially when you got that girl Soul Train. That's funny as fuck, bro. Soul Train, my nigga? Like crazy, bro. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed it. This video was crazy. Shout out to all the video vixens, all the thoughts out there, all the bops, all the bitches in bops houses, all the bitches out there. Keep doing your thing. Hustle, grind, make that money, girl. Don't let it make you. And I'm out. Peace.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall